I don't even know.
Bryan Danielson and Eddie Kingston, man, they made everybody's Friday night. We are live, man! What a match. Oh, my goodness. On the flip side of things, no Roman Reigns on SmackDown. I guess he's too good for FS1. Goes to show you what I've been saying for months now. Without Roman Reigns, SmackDown is pretty much a bore. WWE introduces the WWE Universe to Shotzi Blackheart, only to turn her heel in her first singles match in WWE. Also, they felt like we needed yet another Usos and New Day main event on SmackDown. And Charlotte Flair. Oh, Charlotte Flair, honey. Listen, you ain't the face of SmackDown. I think that belongs to the boss. There's only one boss in the IWC. You're looking at him. This is your SmackDown post-show and AEW Rampage post-show right here on Off the Script.
AEW successful? Why is Tony Khan running his promotion better than Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard are running Monday night and Friday night? Long-term booking.
What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining me right here on Off the Scripts. This is your SmackDown and AEW Rampage post-show for October 29th, 2021. I am your host, JD from New York, and this is Off the Script. Thank you guys very much for joining me on your Friday nights. The Braves just took a 2-0 lead with Will Smith getting that much-needed insurance run in the top of the 9th inning as they play in Atlanta, having the home field advantage now in this World Series. Feels good, man. Feels good. Hopefully they can keep it going. Joe Buck, or what I like to say, Joe Fuck, because he's one of the worst play-by-play announcers that I've ever heard, ruined the World Series today because he ruined the Braves no-hitter. I would have loved to see the no-hitter, but Joe Buck ruined it. That entire inning, all he did was talk about, first team since the Mets in 1969. oh, this guy or that guy, and the Braves have a no-hitter. And the more you talk about it, the more it's going to be ruined. So hopefully Will Smith can get the job done. They're about to enter the top of the 9th inning. Now, I am here in a pivotal Game 3 World Series right now with my team talking about fucking SmackDown. I don't want to be here. I was actually contemplating coming on late, but I didn't want to give Fightful my viewers. I'm just joking. Oh, Mr. Sapp. JD was talking shit about you, man. Can I get a free subscription to Fightful? No, I'm not. Sean Ross Sapp is a good dude. What is not good is SmackDown. I thought SmackDown was awful tonight. SmackDown didn't do anything for me at all. They absolutely did not bring their best effort on tonight's show. Shotzi Blackheart, or what WWE likes to call Shotzi, as if they're playing Yahtzee. Not because she needed a name change. Shotzi Blackheart. WWE finally introduces Shotzi Blackheart to the WWE Universe as a singles competitor, and they opt to turn a lovable, bull pit, tank driving, heavy metal chick and turn her into a heel. I don't know what Bruce is smoking nowadays, but clearly Bruce Pritchard needs to be drowned in the ball pit, never to return again. We will be ranting about this because there are people on my timeline that are as clueless as a all you do is complain, man. That's what they look like. That's what they look like, man. All you do is complain, says Billy Bob Joe 0754321 exclamation point on Twitter. All you do is complain. Okay. I complain for good reason, man. I complain because the show sucks! That's why. WWE puts themselves in positions that they don't need to be put in. Like Shotzi Blackheart challenging Charlotte Flair in a championship contenders match. Fuck your championship contender matches, okay? They don't make sense. They don't make sense even with somebody that's won matches. Let alone Shotzi Blackheart, who hasn't been on fucking television. Be ranting about that. Then we got the Usos and the New Day again. Oh, joy, man. I haven't seen this match. Since when? 12 months ago? WWE, the new era continues on SmackDown. Yeah, what a fucking new era. What a new era. Getting a tag team match that we've seen about 67 fucking times before this one. Some new era. Then, on AEW Rampage, we got one hell. J-Rod, get the fuck out of my chat. Tony Khan trash. Get him out. I'm banning you personally, J-Rod. J-Rod, I'll take a rod and I'll fucking do something with it that your sister don't really, mind. Get the fuck out of my venue. Get the fuck out of my chat. You want to bring that fucking trash in my chat? Get the fuck out. Get out. AEW Rampage. Tony Khan, Booker of the Year, by the way. Tony Khan, Booker of the Year. Thank you, Will Smith, for putting somebody on with a 3-1 count. Thank you, Will Smith. You ain't getting jiggy with it, bro. It's the reason why I hate this fucking guy. AEW Rampage, Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. Excellent match. Excellent match tonight. It was so good, it could have absolutely been the finals of this tournament. You would never know. You would never know. They put on a pay-per-view match on Rampage tonight. We're going to go over that. Bryan's in the finals of Full Gear, more than likely against Jonathan Moxley for the World Title Eliminator. Final, number one contender. And then in the main event, we got Abadon. Abadon. The living dead girl, Abadon. She is quite different, is Abadon. She's quite bizarre. Don't know why she's got a world title match against Britt Baker, but apparently she's 16 or whatever. 20-2, 21-2, whatever her fucking record is. I don't really know why AEW continues to put her on television. What exactly is the interest there in Abadon? She don't even speak. What good is she? I hope you know the only reason why Abadon is on Rampage tonight is because Sunday is Halloween. Abadon does not belong on AEW television. I'm sorry if that offends anybody, but I don't really give a shit. You should already know that. So we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. And we'll break down both of these shows as we see fit today, as the Braves have won out with Will Smith. All right, bro, I could get jiggy with that. We got one out. Will Smith is pitching with a 1-1 count. Okay, I got to keep my phone live to look at this fucking disaster. Hopefully, we get through this game and take a 2-1 lead. Anyway, I thank you guys for joining me tonight, man. We got a lot going on this weekend. We got SmackDown Rampage tonight. We had Dynamite on Wednesday. Very happy with the show on Wednesday with Jesse and I and the job that we did. If you guys missed any of that stuff, it's on the channel right now. Go and check all that stuff out. If you guys want to go check out some extra content, courtesy of the podcast. We got an off the script that is monumental tomorrow. Episode 395, we're coming at you in the sub boxes. Episode 395, we're back after a 2-week hiatus. The flagship podcast is back in your sub boxes on Saturday afternoon. We dive headfirst into the real reason why Ring of Honor closed down. They closed up shop. They released all of their talent, and why Ring of Honor is reimagining the brand. There's one reason why Ring of Honor failed, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow on the podcast. 2 out, Will Smith. Come on, brother. We also talk about Wyndham Rotunda. Everybody's reporting that he's going to be now in Hollywood doing movies. Wyndham Rotunda doing movies. No, he's not. Wyndham Rotunda is in LA filming for his AEW debut. That's exactly what he's in LA for. With the same team that worked on his costume and the Funhouse, the Fiend gimmick. So we'll talk about that. And we dive even deeper into the Charlotte Flair dilemma. Now Charlotte Flair has contract news leaked. How many years does Charlotte Flair have left on her WWE deal? And what is one of the main reasons why she has so much heat backstage in WWE, man? A loaded show tomorrow night on Off the Script, episode 395. So make sure you guys set your notifications and hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes on the live stream tonight. Make sure you guys do that. It's always the goal, the soft cap on the live streams. 1,000 likes. We'll reconvene after 1,000. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. Super chats are open. The bar is rocking and rolling, man. The bartenders can't keep up with your cold beverages. So get your super chats in. We'll hang out at the end of the show. I got mine all ready to go. And we'll take your questions at the end of the podcast, like we usually do with the super chats. And today's show is sponsored by my great friends once again over at Geology. I want you guys to look good, man. I really do. I want you guys to take care of yourself. I gave you soaps, and I gave you shaving stuff, Now we got skincare. I got you covered, man. Never tell anybody JD doesn't do anything for his fans. I got you guys all covered with geology, man. We're going to do an unboxing. Geology.com is the website. I even left you guys a link down below. Go and check it out. Even if you want to get your wives or your girlfriends on some new skincare regimen, man, I got you covered. Link is down below in the description. We'll do a nice, cool unboxing halfway through the podcast tonight. But I want to thank them for once again supporting Off the Script. The Braves win 2-0. The Braves win 2-0, man. 2-0. We are up 2-1 in the World Series. We are up 2-1 in the World Series. There you go, man. I'm pumped. 2 wins away from a World Series in 2021, man. Awesome. Make sure you guys go get your t-shirts. That's bonfire.com. Best place to shop for your Off the Script t-shirts. And make sure you guys support the Patreon page, patreon.com/JD from NY 206. That is the place to go and get. Issa texted me. She says, Braves. Yeah. She knows what's up, man. She knows what's up, Issa. My very good friend, the NYC Demon Diva. We're all rooting for the Braves. We're all rooting for the Braves because fuck those cheaters. Fuck the Astros, man. Let's get into the SmackDown post-show tonight. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to start off at the top. And we had Charlotte Flair opening the show. I guess we didn't need Roman Reigns tonight. Roman Reigns was taking the night off. I guess he did not want to fulfill his duties as the head of the table on FS1. So Charlotte comes out, and she is with the SmackDown Women's Championship. Charlotte opened her promo by trying to count her reigns as SmackDown Women's Champion. She said she's not just the face of the women's division, she's the face of the whole company. Flair said that when the other women in the locker room win titles, the rest of the women stand up and cheer and congratulate said winner. When Charlotte Flair wins the title, it's just another Friday. Flair then winked at the camera. So I don't know if that's legit or not. I would absolutely take Charlotte up on what she said here and say that is pretty much a worked shoot. A worked shoot by Charlotte Flair tonight. Flair said the locker room needs a woman to lead them. And out comes Sasha Banks. The boss comes out. I'm going to nitpick because that's what I do. I get this is a WWE full-fledged production. But I honestly feel like it would make more impact if Sasha Banks just came out and said what she had to say without all the fucking theme music. It's just way, way, way overproduced. It really is. That's my one nitpick here. I can't stand it when AEW does it. I can't stand when WWE does it. It's just so disingenuous and so unnatural. Now, I love Sasha Banks' theme music. I love seeing Sasha Banks dance on stage. But I don't want to see her do her whole ring entrance as if she's wrestling a match just to go out there and spew a couple of lines to Charlotte Flair in rebuttal of what she said. That's just the way I think. But told you it's my show, man. I can say whatever the fuck I want. So Sasha's in the ring, and Banks started to laugh in a very sarcastic / phony fake laughter here. Did you say leader? She said. Banks claimed no one believes that Flair is a leader, and everyone knows she's only around to hold others down. She said Charlotte Flair doesn't care about that women's locker room. She only is there to hold other people down. This is, and you may not be aware of this, because you may be a Charlotte Flair cocksucker, you may be a Charlotte Flair super fan or super stan. Sasha Banks just cut a legit shoot on Charlotte Flair tonight, and you may not even realize how true her words really are. But I know. Charlotte Flair said what she said. Sasha Banks came out and legitimately said, bitch, this is the way it is. I'm going to cut a shoot on you. And that's exactly what she did. Those words are 100% true. Charlotte then cut her off, claiming it's a new era for SmackDown. She said it's selfish of Sasha to demand the title opportunity when she's had chance after chance after chance. I always beat you, Flair said. She said she spoke with Sonya Deville and requested a new challenger. Banks then accused her of being scared and not gracious. Shotzi Blackheart drove her tank to the ring. She addressed Charlotte, saying if she wants to find someone she's never faced before, she's that girl. Crowd broke into a very light Shotzi chant. Flair then said, all right, being that you came to the ring in a tank, you must be ready for battle. Flair then called the tank cute and accepted her challenge. And this was made on the spot and made into a championship contenders match between Shotzi Blackheart and Charlotte Flair. I can't even begin to tell you how I cannot fucking stand championship contender matches. I think they are the most absolutely fucking stupid thing creatively that WWE has done in a very long time, and nobody says a fucking word about it. I am sick and tired of seeing champions get put into these situations more times than not lose. I am sick and tired of seeing people who don't even deserve to sniff a championship in these matches, beating said champions, and then getting a fucking title shot because they beat the champion in a non-title match. It doesn't make the champion look good. It doesn't make the championship look good. And if you put someone like Shotzi Blackheart, who hasn't wrestled a singles match in this fucking company, in a championship contenders match against somebody like Charlotte Flair, it is absolutely a loss. There's no way Charlotte Flair is losing 4 weeks before Survivor Series and wrestling Becky Lynch. This is a lose-lose situation. These things, these matches, these situations that WWE puts themselves in can all be avoided by not booking the match. It's lazy. It is absolutely fucking lazy. I can't stand it. So we got this match, and I want to say it was a decent match. It was a decent match. It was sloppy. It was decent. It wasn't as good as social media thought it was. And there was a lot to dislike about this match because it's a championship contenders match and nobody wins in the end. Nobody. So we got this match winning. It went 12 minutes. Wenting. That's where my fucking head is at. I can't even fucking speak right now. 11 minutes, 12 minutes. And Banks was at ringside for this match in Shotzi's corner. Let me tell you guys something, man. I don't know what you watched last week, but where did Sasha Banks come out and turn babyface? Everybody was claiming, oh, well, Sasha Banks was a babyface. No, she wasn't. Sasha Banks was, in fact, not a babyface after last week's show. I don't know why everybody's claiming that she's a babyface. You do realize that when she came back to set up her match with Bianca Belair, she came back as a heel. She attacked Bianca Belair viciously to set up that match at SummerSlam. She even aligned herself with Carmella and Zelina Vega, if you guys remember that. But I'm supposed to believe all the fucking unintelligent idiots on social media. Oh, but she's a babyface. No, she's not. Then she came out and attacked Bianca and Becky Lynch before Crown Jewel. Where did Sasha Banks turn babyface? I don't really get it. So realistically, in this match, Sasha the heel was in the corner of a babyface. But I'm supposed to believe that Sasha Banks turned babyface last week because she interrupted a completely embarrassing segment between Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. I don't see how that works. I don't see how that works at all. So the heel Sasha was in a babyface's corner in Shotzi Blackheart tonight. I just want you guys to be very well aware of that. So Flair had the early advantage. Shotzi used a sunset flip for a near fall. Flair went for a big boot. Shotzi avoided this by doing some Neo Matrix type bending. Fans broke into a loud Shotzi chant. Flair fought back. Shotzi recovered and hit a springboard Hurricanrana, which looked nice off the second rope for a near fall. And Shotzi climbed the second turnbuckle. Flair yanked her off of the turnbuckle, and Shotzi hits the back of her head on the top turnbuckle. It looked like it sucked. So this was the spot where Charlotte used this instance to slow the match down. Shotzi tried to battle back. She got a small package for a 2 count. Fans were chanting, "Let's go, Shotzi! Let's go, Shotzi!" She did get a nice reaction during this match, which is great. Kudos to the crowd today in Pennsylvania. Shotzi got a decent chant. Shotzi climbed the top rope. Flair rolled out of the ring because Shotzi was going for her big senton finishing move off the top rope, but Charlotte had it well scouted. Shotzi went for a suicide dive, completely missed the suicide dive. Shotzi hit feet first on the ropes and then took a big, huge dive on the outside, and Charlotte Flair actually saved Shotzi from demise. Then they go to commercial break. So they're at ringside. Flair mocked Banks at ringside, doing her whole Sasha Banks deal. Shotzi took advantage, and back from break, Flair went for a moonsault. Shotzi recovered. Flair was standing on the top rope. Shotzi leapt and hit another Hurricanrana for a near fall. Flair recovered, rocked Shotzi with a big boot off the apron. Flair went for a figure 4 leg lock. Shotzi used a small package. Very close near fall for Shotzi. She avoided a boot and hit a tiger suplex. More Shotzi chants. Flair and Banks started arguing with each other. Shotzi ran at Flair, but she moved and almost hit Banks. Banks and Shotzi had a brief stare down. Some minor words. Flair hit a natural selection. Pinned Shotzi. 1, 2, 3. Shotzi Blackheart loses her debut singles match in the new era on SmackDown. Whoever booked the ending of this match should have the pen and paper taken away from them. This was awful, by the way. Banks getting on the apron. Shotzi trying to save herself from not attacking Sasha Banks accidentally, only leading to Charlotte getting the natural selection. Fucking stupid. Really, really fucking stupid. The match itself was decent enough to get by. Sloppy in some parts. Charlotte Flair does not make anybody else look better in the ring. She just doesn't possess that. I don't know who is watching Charlotte Flair matches. Charlotte does not make anybody in the ring, or at least I haven't seen lately, hasn't made anybody in the ring better. In fact, Shotzi was actually made better tonight by Sasha because she gave herself to Shotzi to turn heel. Which brings me to my next point. I don't know who came up with this decision to book Shotzi in a heel manner, but I don't know why anybody would want to boo Shotzi Blackheart. She comes out with a fucking tank, she shoots a Nerf gun from its cannon, and she listens to heavy metal. And she's got green fucking hair. Why are we looking at Shotzi Blackheart as a heel when I don't think anybody is looking at Shotzi Blackheart in a heel-like way? It almost reminds me of what WWE did with Ruby Riott. They think, oh, She looks like Ruby Riott, but instead of having red hair, she has green hair. She was a heel back in WWE. Let's turn her heel like Ruby Riott. That's exactly what Bruce Pritchard and Vince McMahon are thinking. Nobody wants to boo Shotzi Blackheart. Nobody. And if you say that you do, you're fucking lying to me. WWE had a heel Sasha Banks out there stand in the corner of a Shotzi Blackheart as a babyface, and then has the babyface Shotzi Blackheart attack the heel Sasha Banks to turn heel herself while turning Sasha babyface. Now, they're lucky it worked. They're lucky it worked. Sasha Banks is so beloved by everybody that the casual audience is going to attribute, oh, I don't think I should really cheer this person because she's attacking the more popular Sasha Banks. Meanwhile, Sasha Banks was a heel to begin with, and they just switched roles right then and there on SmackDown because WWE doesn't know what the fuck to do with Shotzi Blackheart. They actually gave Shotzi a role that is not going to be good for her. They took a role from Sasha Banks that she actually plays better than a babyface. So how is this the right move creatively? There are no babyfaces on that SmackDown women's roster. Liv Morgan and Shotzi Blackheart are the only ones that come to mind. Then you got Xia Li coming in. I'm assuming she's going to be a babyface, but nobody knows Xia Li. Then you got Charlotte. You got, who else is on the SmackDown women's roster? Shayna Baszler's a heel, right? Naomi is a babyface. They ain't doing anything with Naomi. They need top-tier babyfaces. Toni Storm is a babyface. She hasn't been on TV since she lost the Queen's Crown first round. No, but Shotzi Blackheart turning heel is the best creative move for WWE, right? I don't see how this is a better role for her and how a babyface is a better role for Sasha Banks. I don't get it. Now, the only thing I will say is we felt the same thing about Bayley. We felt the same thing about Bayley. Everybody, including myself, thought that Bayley turning heel was going to be a fucking disaster. But she made it work. And Bayley was incredible as a heel. She took something that people said, I can't see it. I just can't see this woman shed this babyface persona, turn heel, and make it work. What type of heel is she going to be? Bayley took that, ran with it, and shut everybody up. She knows it. We know it. We fucked up as a fan base. That woman did the best work of her career as a heel. And I can't wait till she comes back because she is sorely missed. I don't want to cut Shotzi short, but Shotzi is not Bayley. And I don't think WWE is doing right by Shotzi by immediately making her a heel. If WWE actually brought Shotzi up 2 months ago and neglected her and did what they did with her, I don't see how anybody can look at this as a good move. Because of the 2 months of neglect, WWE has put this woman in a situation that really isn't going to work long term. And I mean that in a way where if WWE portrayed this woman as a rough and tough, heavy metal, cool, fucking tank driving son of a bitch, shooting the fucking Nerf gun and just being fun and being out there. And fans knew that and they loved that about her. The heel turn would have been a lot better in execution because we would have seen 2 months, 3 months of Shotzi Blackheart and then have her turn heel the way she did tonight. It would have had a little bit more impact. But the fact that WWE kept Shotzi off of TV for all these weeks, nobody really knows who she is or what she's about. All they know is that she's the girl with the green hair that drives the tank. They put her on TV after neglecting her for so long and expect people to care about her being a heel. They don't. They're not going to. They're not going to long term. I don't see how that's possible. What I look at when I look at Shotzi is not somebody that I want to boo. I look at somebody that I think deserves an opportunity because what she brings to the table is different than every other fucking cookie cutter female in the WWE. That's not something I want to boo. The simple fact that she hasn't been on fucking TV and hasn't been given an opportunity on this show yet makes me want to actually root for her. I don't see how that's going to make anybody want to boo Shotzi Blackheart. The championship contender matches have got to fucking die in a blazing fire. Give me the fucking gasoline. I'll set the blaze myself. I fucking hate championship contender matches. They do nothing but negative to everything and everyone around them. This match should not have been booked tonight. If you wanted Shotzi to go heel, all you had to do was have Sasha come out and cut a fucking promo. Shotzi's a rebel-like character where she's feeling like she hasn't gotten an opportunity and she wants to go for the jugular and attack Sasha Banks. Everybody loves Sasha Banks. Everybody loves Sasha Banks. No matter where Sasha Banks is, if you put that woman in a ring and you have her brutally attacked the way she was tonight, fans are going to boo. Because they love Sasha Banks. We did not need Shotzi to A, take a loss, and B, have the championship and the champion in a championship contenders match tonight. It reeks of lazy creative. What Shotzi should be doing is not wrestling Charlotte because she doesn't deserve to be in the ring with Charlotte Flair. Shotzi needs to win matches. Shotzi needs to beat the other women that aren't at that level yet so that she may move up to that level to challenge Charlotte Flair. Championship contender matches need to die in a blazing fucking fire. We see way too many of them, and nobody says a goddamn fucking word about them. I'm sick and tired of seeing them. Get them off of television. Champions don't need to wrestle on TV unless the championship is on the line. And how we get to a championship match is by the challenger winning fucking matches and being consistent with what they're bringing to the table. If you don't have a championship match on television, the champion doesn't need to even be there. All Charlotte needed to do was cut a promo about Becky Lynch. That's her priority. Survivor Series is 3 weeks away. Why is Charlotte not mentioning Becky Lynch? What the fuck does Shotzi have to do with Charlotte? Oh, but she looked good against the champion. Give me a fucking break. She looked good, and nobody will remember it by the time they wake up tomorrow. All they'll look at in the line sheet is Shotzi takes a loss, is a loser from Charlotte Flair. That's it. At the end of the day, you could look like Jesus fucking Christ. At the end of the day, a loser is still a loser. You didn't win? The fuck did you win? You ain't getting no participation trophy around here. I don't give a fuck how many people were chanting Shotzi's name. I don't give a shit what she did in the match, which was decent at best. And then WWE wants to turn her heel. Nobody wants to boo her. And WWE flipped roles and had a fucking heel standing in the babyface's corner. Does nobody think? Why am I the only one that comes up with these logical fucking things that I'm watching? What are you guys watching? Are you watching the same show I am? No, but you want to sit there and say everything is good when these championship contender matches are fucking garbage. Get them off of my television. If Charlotte Flair has nothing to do in the division, then don't put her on television. Have her cut a promo. She's got plenty of ammunition to talk about Becky Lynch. Where's that match? We may not even be getting that match come Monday. It may be Bianca versus Charlotte at Survivor Series. Who the fuck knows? Who knows? Becky and Charlotte is the plan. Start booking towards it. Shotzi has no business being in the ring with Charlotte Flair at all. Shotzi versus Sasha should be a good match. At least there's one positive in this shit show of WWE Creative. Moving on. After the post-match attack, Shotzi was just yelling at Sasha and beating Sasha up. So that was pretty much it. Shotzi is a heel and Sasha now is a babyface because they flipped roles. That's all they did. Kayla Braxton interviewed Jeff Hardy backstage. And Jeff Hardy said that he wants to make new friends, face some new opponents, and maybe he'll challenge for a title he's never held before. Well, I mean, that only means one thing. He wants to make new friends, he wants to face some new opponents, and he wants to challenge for a title that he's never held before. He's held the IC title before. He's held the tag team titles before. So he means he wants to go after Roman Reigns. This is WWE planting a small seed for Jeff Hardy and Roman Reigns. When there is nobody else to wrestle the tribal chief, Jeff Hardy will be filling in that role, and he will be challenging for the Universal Championship, ultimately losing, and then he'll be one step closer to AEW. It's exactly what he's going to be doing. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. I still don't know what the Madcap means. I thought legitimately when we first found out about Riddick Moss, I thought it was Madcap Moss. I think Madcap sounds a little bit cooler than Madcap Moss. The fuck do I know? They said things have changed on SmackDown to Jeff Hardy. I'm happy, Corbin said. I'm not Mr. Corbin. Because this show sucks. And so does Monday Night Raw. So that Hardy can watch he and Moss beat Nakamura and Rick Boogs in a trick or street fight. Then they wandered off. Hardy said, haha, it's good to be back on SmackDown. We got Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce was shown via video at some random office somewhere. Maybe he was in Stamford, Connecticut and didn't make the show here in Pennsylvania. Pearce then said to the camera, he gives every bit of himself to the company, and what happened last week with Brock Lesnar cannot and will not happen again. Pearce says he called Brock Lesnar earlier today and informed him that in addition to his suspension, he's been fined $1 million. Sure thing. Brock Lesnar shits $1 million every morning. He probably made $5 million for the Saudi Arabia match that he had with Roman Reigns. So he was docked 1/5 of his pay for Crown Jewel. Great. Lesnar's got another 20 some odd million wait for him at the end of this deal. Who gives a shit? Lesnar doesn't give a shit about your imaginary suspension or money. I don't give a fuck how much money they want to fine him. I have 1 million reasons why Brock Lesnar should not beat Roman Reigns and 1 million reasons why Roman Reigns should still be Universal Champion at the end of this feud. Lesnar should not beat Roman Reigns. I am very, very keen on that staying the way it is. Paul Heyman backstage, he watched Adam Pearce's announcement with a smile. Kayla Braxton then came up to him. I love the interactions between Kayla Braxton and Paul Heyman. Very genuine. She asked how he thinks Lesnar will respond to the news. Paul said in a very New York-like accent. You heard that Yonkers accent come out in Paul Heyman. Paul said Kayla's timing is impeccable. Heyman says he knows how Roman Reigns would respond, and that's by showing up any way he can and smashing everybody. Kayla asked again and promised it was not a trick question. Heyman said Lesnar would rip everyone's throat out, starting with Adam Pearce. He shuddered at the audacity that Adam Pearce had in this video conference call, talking about Lesnar and what happened with Lesnar. At least I know Brock, and at least I know that's how Brock Lesnar would react. I haven't spoken to Brock. Kayla smiled, and then he said, leave me alone, please. Imagine somebody telling Caleb Braxton to leave me alone. Couldn't be me, bro. Couldn't be me. Anyway, moving on. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre has come out to SmackDown 2 weeks now and has issued an open challenge. The more we see Drew McIntyre, the more I see somebody that is being primed and ready for Roman Reigns ultimately to lose to the Tribal Chief. But the less Drew McIntyre says, the better. McIntyre stood in the ring and he was getting ready to surprise everybody with an open challenge tonight. Drew says it would come as a surprise to no one that he's in an ass-kicking mood tonight. I'm sure you don't want open mic night, but how would everybody feel about an open challenge night right now? So Drew asked who has the testicular fortitude to step up and fight him right now. Threw the microphone away, and out comes Mustafa Ali. He came out with a microphone, and Ali said, yeah, listen, we get it. We get it. You're big, you're bad, but listen, I'm better. Ali says he's got more athletic talent in his pinky than Drew McIntyre has in his entire body. Same thing goes for me, for all these fucking neckbeard loser wannabe podcasts out there that think they can steal my spotlight and fill my shoes. I got more pinky or talent in my pinky than you do in your entire podcast. So please continue to try. I love it. So he says he's got more athletic talent in his pinky than Drew McIntyre has his entire body. He claimed to be quicker, more agile, and said McIntyre doesn't even compare when it comes to in-ring talents. The crowd started a "You suck" chant, and Mustafa says he would be the one to beat Drew McIntyre. McIntyre then grabbed Ali by the throat and tossed him around like a sack of garbage. Drew set up a future shock DDT after a neck breaker. Ali blocked it, and Drew McIntyre got tossed into the ring post, shoulder first. Ali climbed the top rope for his signature 450. Drew rolled out of the way. McIntyre went for the Claymore kick. Ali ducked. Ali then went for a tilt-a-whirl, but McIntyre caught him and dragged him into a Kimura lock, and Ali tapped to a Drew McIntyre Kimura lock. Wow. So Drew McIntyre did not win with the Future Shock DDT. He did not win with a Claymore kick. He wins via submission and made Ali tap out in 2 minutes. Daniel Bryan did the same thing. He did the same thing in his first round world title eliminator match against Dustin Rhodes. He won with a Rings of Saturn or something like that, a submission hold. I like it. It adds to Drew McIntyre's repertoire. If he can't beat you with the Future Shock, he can beat you with the Claymore. If he can't beat you with the Claymore, he's now added a Kimura lock. Or maybe it just means another match with Brock Lesnar coming up at some future time. I don't know. I hope not. We've seen it once. We've seen it enough. Ali grabbed the microphone as Drew made his way to the back. He said, people choose to root against him because his name is Mustafa Ali. He looked around. He looked angry. The crowd booed. And that was it. I don't know what they're doing with Ali, but I feel like we've seen this from him once before, how he's been neglected and how the fans don't respect him, how they dislike him and don't cheer him when they should be cheering him, how he thinks he should be cheered, but I don't understand that. Or maybe there's some racial undertones in this. The crowd doesn't like him because his name is Mustafa Ali. I don't know how that's going to work out in 2021, Vince. Nobody is booing Mustafa Ali because his name is Mustafa Ali. They're booing Mustafa Ali because Drew McIntyre is the face or one of the faces of WWE, and Mustafa Ali hasn't really done much of anything. And the last thing that we seen from Mustafa Ali was him beating up Mansoor, who's a babyface. And what we've seen of Mustafa Ali before that was him leading a heel rebel faction in Retribution. So you've given us no reason to cheer Mustafa Ali. We're not booing Mustafa Ali because his name is fucking Mustafa Ali. Give us a reason to cheer him, and then we will cheer him. He's not a heel. He doesn't come off as a heel. He doesn't portray a heel good. I want to cheer for Mustafa Ali because I've known what the guy has been through his entire WWE run. Disrespected, neglected, underutilized, and not appreciated. Put this guy in a situation and people will cheer him. They're not booing him because of his name. Bullshit. King Woods. We have a coronation once again for King Woods. And this time he's going to knight Kofi Kingston. I'm glad WWE has plans for a babyface King of the Ring. If I knew this was going to result in comedy every single week. Jesse texted me saying Ali has gone on record to say he never wants to play the stereotypical heel Middle Eastern type of heel. I don't blame him. I do not blame him at all. That would definitely not get over in the current political climate in 2021. So I don't know what they're doing with Mustafa Ali, but the guy deserves better. The guy absolutely deserves better. So King Woods, he and Kofi were walking backstage or shown walking backstage. They stumbled upon Shit Row out there. And Hit Row responded to them while walking by saying they're happy to rub shoulders with the king. They bowed to him and said, "We're not worthy." Kofi asked them to drop some hot bars for King Woods. Hit Row began singing their theme song with King Woods in place of Hit Row. Sure. I'm glad Hit Row is being used for something positive on this show. I'm glad they're being used to be put in a position to get themselves over. Now, but here they are on SmackDown trying to sucker up to the New Day. It's a great use of the new faction that you just brought up from NXT. Great. They'll be on death row in about, what do they got, like 4 weeks left? Where's their expiration? What, 4 or 5 weeks, right? What? Oh, that's the expiration date for the fucking ricotta cheese. I'm sorry, I didn't know we had pasta night. There's pasta night in the venue? Come on, bro. Why doesn't anybody fill me in on this shit? I gotta be here for pasta night. What type of pasta? Ravioli. I can't turn down some good ravioli, man. Jesse, why don't you fill me in on this shit, huh? Got Titus telling me expiration dates for the fucking cheese in the refrigerator, bro. Come on. I thought that was your job, man. What am I paying you to be inventory manager for? Fucking geek. Jesus Christ. So Hit Row's about 5 weeks, right? 5 weeks? Okay. I'm lucky. Listen, man, I'll be lucky if we see them in a prominent position by the end of the year. 5 weeks, you're saying? Man, that's a short time. That's a short shelf life there, man. All right, I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, man. Maybe we'll get them in the venue. Maybe they can do open mic night. Open mic night with Shit Row, right? I think that'll bring people in. And we'll see, man. Bottom dollar don't like me too much. He's got a fucking problem with me, man. Listen, if I go out and buy some nice sneakers, you think he'll come to the venue? No. He wants to pound my face in. Listen, bro, I got lawyers, okay? This is a multi-million-dollar establishment, man. I got fucking lawyers. He can't come in here and destroy my property. Anyway, and we'll talk about this later. Anyway. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, we go to ringside. Hold on. Wait a minute. I know why we got pasta night now. Tony D is coming, right? Tony D'Angelo's going to be in the venue, bro. He requested ravioli. Bro, you better make sure that cheese is fresh. Okay? Can't disappoint my boy Tony D'Angelo now over here, man. Come on. Jesus Christ. Anyway, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, they're out there, and Woods held out his arm and spun around, and he was acting all king-like. Kofi Kingston opened things with a, "Hear ye, hear ye. SmackDown is trash." No, he didn't really say that. He offered the creed of Xavier Woods, and he introduced his cape of defense. Maybe I should get me one of them during Monday Night Raw. You think that'll work? I don't know. We'll try it out. And the scepter of seduction. Whatever the fuck that means, man. The scepter of seduction. Maybe I should have Mean Marky D use that on Tony. Maybe he'll get somewhere with that. I don't know. He said Kofi placed his crown atop his head and officially making him king. Woods said that a king is only as strong as the company he keeps. The crowd started a "You deserve it" chant. Woods thanked the crowd. "Yes, I do. Yes, I do." "No, you don't. No, you don't." And he says, "I did a lot of work around here. A lot of behind-the-scenes stuff." Wink, wink. Whatever the fuck that means. So Woods says he wants to bestow the highest honor upon Kofi Kingston. He asked him to bend the knee. Kofi knelt before Woods and called himself the bringer of new days and declared Kofi, "Sir Kofi Kingston, hand of the king." The crowd began chanting, "Sir Kofi, Sir Kofi." With New Day rocks, Woods placed a pin on Kofi's vest. Woods told the crowd to rejoice in the knighting of Sir Kofi. Woods says he can't have the bloodline, or actually, no, I'm sorry, I'm skipping ahead here. The Usos came out, and they did their whole whoa, whoa, whoa. So they're in the New Day's face. Jay said it's the bloodline show. They said Halloween is on Sunday, and then accused the New Day of dressing up early for Halloween. Woods says they must be jealous of their new outfits since they've been wearing the same outfit since 2018. Woods then said, "Listen, I can't have you guys in the bloodline come in my ring during my segment on my carpet, the carpet that I just cleaned, and mess things up." So they began to argue. Woods screamed, "Silence," after all the arguing, and everyone listened. Woods says that the king has declared there will be a trial by combat. It will be the New Day versus the Usos in a tag team match. Great. Great. I know what show I'll be watching. Show that doesn't involve wrestling, as I switched over to Fox to watch the remainder of the baseball game. Nobody cares about a New Day versus Bloodline match, but in this realm, it actually makes sense, being that Big E is wrestling Roman Reigns at the Survivor Series, so WWE got lazy. Hey, we got 4 of the 6 men in these two factions on the same show. Let's feud them together in the main event tonight. Lazy. The King gimmick that Xavier plays sucks. I don't know who enjoys it. You gotta be a feeble-minded fucking buffoon if you enjoy this shit. None of it's funny. It's cringe. It's not comedic in any way. And typical WWE to take the fucking king of the ring that was bestowed to some of the best of all time, only to put it on somebody like Xavier Woods and have it be belittled in every possible fucking way. Now, instead of using it for good, WWE is using it to fucking knight Kofi Kingston and have comedic fucking segments with the scepter and the robe and the crown and have Xavier cut some fucking stupid accent. What a terrible, terrible fucking show. This is why I opted for Balor to win the King of the Ring. I don't think we'd be seeing Balor fucking say, hear ye, and cut some bullshit promo in the middle of the ring. This is what I was afraid of, and this is what we're getting. Rick Boogs, he did his thing, and he introduced himself and Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura. We had a trick or street fight with Nakamura and Boogs versus Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. I will be honest with you guys. I saw Candy candy kendo sticks and pumpkins in the ring. And I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am going to be completely fucking honest with you. I have seen so many matches with Nakamura and Happy Corbin, Baron Corbin, King Corbin in the ring. I, at this point, do not care. I don't care anymore. I think Rick Boogs is great. I love my boy Boogs. I think he has done a great job with Nakamura. I seen pumpkins. I seen candy corn, kendo sticks. I seen fucking bobbing for apples. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm going to watch the Braves game for this entire inning, and I don't give a shit about this match. All I have right here is the winner. Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss win in about 10 minutes. That's it. Boogs climbed to the top rope. Two men dressed in full costumes and pumpkin masks hit him in the back with kendo sticks. Moss rolled up Boogs for a 3 count, and that was it. I don't care. Dreadful. Yet people want to fucking come to me. People want to reach out to me on social media because I actually enjoyed the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega dressed up as Ghostbusters with Adam Page hiding himself in the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man outfit. No, but I got to be criticized for liking that. But we got Rick Boogs and Nakamura, who deserve better as a nice pairing with the Intercontinental title, against Corbin and Madcap Moss in a fucking match we've seen about 12 fucking times already. Bobbing for apples with jack-o'-lanterns over their head and a bunch of fucking dreadful comedic garbage because it's Halloween. I'm sorry. What makes this any different from what AEW did? What makes this better and that? Shit. I don't get it. Kenny Omega's the world champion. Fine, you don't want him in comedy shit? That's exactly what the Elite does. Shinsuke Nakamura is the Intercontinental champion, yet we have fucking pumpkins and bobbing for fucking apples. This is why wrestling during the holidays sucks. This is why more than likely I will not be covering any Christmas shows because you're going to get this shit. A 34th fucking Miracle Street fight or whatever the fuck they do during Christmas. And then you'll get Santa Claus coming out, right? Somebody will be hit over the fucking head with presents and a tree. And more than likely, those shows will be taped. So probably no review during the week of Christmas. Letting you guys know right now. Moving on. We got Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo revealing themselves as the two men that took care of Nakamura and Rick Boogs. So we got this new bright young tag team in Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. And the first introduction to SmackDown are them dressed as costumed ghouls. It's a great job there, Bruce. It's a great job there. What did you get? Watching the Scream fucking franchise over the holidays? Over the weekend? It's great. It's great. I'm glad you seek information and influence from fucking D-level horror movies. Great job. Megan Morant welcomed Sonya Deville backstage. She asked Sonya about Naomi's match against Shayna Baszler, wondering if Deville is purposely stacking the deck against Naomi. Here's a spoiler, folks. She is. Deville says she's a WWE official and, more importantly, Morant's boss. I'm sorry. When did Sonya Deville get this type of power that she now owns precedent over interviewers? I thought she was a fucking commissioner. Or some sort of backstage authority figure. I didn't know that her power extended to being the boss over interviewers now. It's unreal. I'd love to know what the job description of Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville really are. They don't want you to think that they're the bosses of SmackDown and Monday Night Raw, but here they are throwing their fucking power around to Megan Morant. Awesome. Sami Zayn wandered on screen and pled his case to Deville about being left off the show. Yes, please, more Sami Zayn. Please. More Sami Zayn. Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. There's no referee for this match. Naomi was dancing in the ring. Shayna Baszler made her way to the ring. There's no referee. Sonya Deville walked onto the stage and says, listen, Naomi, there's an issue. The referee that was scheduled to call this match got injured in the wake of Brock Lesnar's destruction last week because they don't have any other referees on the staff tonight to cover this fucking referee's match. Such a stupid fucking line. She said she can't think of somebody more fair-minded than her. So she made herself the referee. Deville asked for a referee shirt. She traded her blazer for a referee shirt that conveniently fit her perfectly. Naomi was disgusted. This match goes about 1 minute. Took Naomi 1 minute to botch a springboard move that resulted in her falling flat on her face. And she lost because Baszler covered her up and rolled her up 1, 2, 3. And Deville made a super fast count on Naomi. 1 minute. Welcome to SmackDown, Shayna Baszler. 1 minute victory over Naomi. After the match, Naomi got in Deville's face. Shayna grabbed Naomi from behind and put her in the Kira Fuda clutch. Deville left, allowing Baszler to choke Naomi out. Looks like Naomi and Sonya have their feud continuing while Baszler and Deville form some sort of alliance that I'm sure will result in Shayna finding yet another tag team partner to create another makeshift tag team that nobody wants to see in WWE and nobody wants to see Shayna Baszler in. Both women should be singles stars, not a tag team. 1 minute. Baszler deserves better than this. Naomi, Sonya, just make the match. Just book the fucking match. We're getting to a point now where it's not even interesting anymore. It's not. Just give me the match, blow the feud off, and move on. New Day was in Gorilla. Kayla Braxton approached them. She asked about the targets on their backs. Woods says people will come after the crown, but with Sir Kofi at his side, nothing can go wrong. Kingston showed off his pendant and said now he is officially in the kingdom. Woods says it's time for them to roll out there and deliver their first royal ass whooping to the Usos. So we got the main event, the New Day versus the Usos. And this was the main event of SmackDown tonight. If you've seen one New Day Usos match, you've seen them all, folks. This match went 10 minutes. Another non-advertised, unadvertised championship contenders match on SmackDown. It'll never end, folks. It'll never end unless the people in charge are ended completely. So we're going to fast forward through this. We go to commercial break. The Usos were in control after the commercial break. Kingston fought back, hit a standing double foot stomp. Woods got a hot tag. He ran wild. He caught Jimmy with a side Russian leg sweep. He took Jimmy down with a series of chops. Jimmy started to fight back. Jay caught Woods with a pop-up neck breaker for a near fall. Woods and Jay traded forearm shots. Jimmy then hit a pop-up Samoan drop, which looked nice for a near fall. Usos followed up with a double super kick. Usos then went for a double splash. Woods pulled off Jay, which allowed Kingston to get the knees up. Jimmy recovered, hit a super kick on Kingston. Woods made a blunt tag and rolled Jimmy up for the win. And the New Day celebrated as SmackDown goes off the air. So the tag team champions lose in a non-title match to a team that should not be anywhere near contention for the tag team championships because they won the King of the Ring. You can't have both. But then again, there are no other tag teams on SmackDown that WWE plans to push because the New Day and the Usos is the best option for them because it's marketable. Garza and Humberto is not marketable. I don't even know who else is on SmackDown in the tag team division. Fuck do I know? But the champions lose in a championship contenders match, which I'm sure now the New Day will be granted a tag team title opportunity. You see the excitement all over my face. It's shit. This SmackDown fucking sucked. This show sucks. And all because they're on FS1, they put no fucking effort into the goddamn show. None. None. They'll be back on Fox at its regular time on its regular channel. I want to see what WWE does then. Show was a complete waste of fucking time in every sense of the word. We're going to go over the sponsor for today's show, folks. We have a great sponsor for today's show. Let me check the chat. 1,900 in the venue. I appreciate you guys very much. Get your super chats in. Super chats are still open. The bar is rocking and rolling. So get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show with some cold beverages. Hit that thumbs up, man. I only see 646 likes on the live stream. Why isn't there 1,000 when we almost have 2,000 people in the venue tonight? I don't really get it. I don't really understand it. So make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. 1,000 is the goal for tonight's live stream. Today sponsored by my great friends over at Geology. What is Geology, you ask? Geology is a 6-time award-winning men's skincare company recognized in Men's Health, Esquire, and Ask Men Grooming Awards. It's awesome. Geology also creates a simple and effective skincare routine customized just for you with ingredients that are proven to work and formulated for daily use. The product is great for both individuals new to skincare and even for seasoned skincare experts. Geology Skincare is built around just a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. Ingredients like retinol and kojic acid. Geology is also one of the only men's skincare companies to have retinol as an active ingredient in their products. They fight acne, they reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, and combat dark or puffy under eyes. Now, I'm not a skincare guy. I'm not. I have friends that work in skincare. I have friends that work in skincare, and they provide me with tips and give me some stuff to use. But Geology's got you covered, man. All you got to do is go online and take their survey, and they will come up with the results to give you the best product for the answers that you provided them. It's awesome. It is absolutely awesome. And this is how I got my box. I'm going to show you what they sent me and what I was given based on the answers I have provided the company. If I can open the goddamn box. Jesus Christ. We got everyday face wash. I love it. Nothing like a good face wash in the morning, man. So you got 2 of them. You got a repairing night cream. You got a nourishing eye cream, because I got dark bags underneath my eyes. Gotta get rid of that. And a Vital Morning face cream. It's awesome. And the face cream, the face wash is my favorite, man. It smells fantastic. It really does. But you guys can actually sign up using the link that I provided in the description, and you guys are going to save 50% off your entire purchase, man. So make sure you guys head to geology.com, take their free skincare quiz, save 50% off on your 30-day trial. Click the link down below. And I want to thank Geology for once again sponsoring the podcast right here on Off the Script. Always a great friend and a great sponsor of the show. AEW Rampage. Let's get into the Rampage portion of the review. Rampage started with Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson in the World Title Eliminator Tournament. This is the semifinal. Eddie Kingston beat Lance Archer. Bryan Danielson beats Mr. Dustin Rhodes. 2 matches in the first round. Danielson and Rhodes was a great match. Eddie Kingston beat Lance Archer after that horrific moonsault spot on Dynamite, which looked like it may have potentially killed him, but Lance Archer then came out and said that he's alive and well, and he'll be back on his feet soon. He'll be back in the ring soon. I actually thought Eddie Kingston was going to lose that match, and I thought we were going to get Archer and Bryan in the second round, but after tonight's match, man, I don't know why anybody would want anything else. Eddie Kingston, man, do not ever sell Eddie Kingston short. The guy is fucking amazing. He is. And these two absolutely beat the living shit out of each other. It was fantastic. Tony Khan was tweeting about this before the show actually took place. You got to watch. You got to see what these two guys did. It was absolutely phenomenal. It was crazy. He tweeted on Twitter. He put an Instagram story about it. When Tony Khan is excited about something, more than likely it is going to resonate with that excitement. And he was absolutely right about this match. This match was so fucking good that it could have been the final of this very tournament, and I would not have had a problem. This match was so good that it felt like a pay-per-view match on free television on TNT. Same thing with Pac and Andrade last week. It was such a good match, it felt like a major pay-per-view match. And Rampage has been good with that. Rampage has been giving you these matches that you don't really expect to be barn burners, but they end up being barn burners. And this opened the show. Now, I read a report that, and I didn't really notice it, I read a report saying that people after this match left the Rampage taping because they weren't interested in anything else that followed it. Now, I don't know how true that is. I wasn't there. There were some listeners of the podcast that were there. They didn't really tell me any of that. I read it today, and I was kind of shocked when I read it. I actually go over the story on tomorrow's episode 395. People leaving the Rampage taping. I don't know why AEW would put themselves in a situation for people to leave the Rampage taping. I don't know why Abadon and Britt Baker didn't open the show and why this match didn't close the show. If you want people to stay for the taping, then this type of match can't go on first. This type of match has to go on last. What are you doing opening the show with us? Sounds fucking stupid. But, again, a minor nitpick. Some people said that during the show, they left during the Sydal and Dante Martin match. I didn't really see it. The Britt Baker Abadon match, I didn't really see it. So I don't know if the report is legit or not. But as far as this match is concerned, this match was good enough to be the final of this tournament. And they beat the living shit out of each other. And it was fantastic. Fantastic. Rampage has given us some damn good matches in the very short time it's been on TNT. Told a great story. Danielson clearly is the better wrestler of the two. Kingston just absolutely never gives up. Never say die attitude by Eddie Kingston. That was the story in this match. The guy who don't want to give up against the best pro wrestler in the world. That's it. Let's go Eddie. Let's go Bryan chants. Two baby faces in a match. Getting the job done. Fans don't care. They love both. Wow, it works. But here WWE is turning Shotzi Blackheart heel and Sasha Banks into a babyface, role reversing for whatever fucking reason. Ridiculous. Kingston backed Daniel into the ropes, chopped his chest into oblivion. It looked like raw ground meat at the end of this match, chopping the shit out of Bryan's chest. Both men were very cautious of each other. Danielson caught Kingston with some kicks and some chops. Danielson then hit a flying clothesline, drop kick into the corner. Action spilled to the outside. Kingston was frustrated. He tossed a folding chair around ringside because he was upset. Kingston tried to control Bryan on the mat. Danielson easily grounded him with some submission holds. Danielson looked kind of annoyed when Kingston attempted to wrestle him. Started to work over Bryan's arm. Kingston came back with a knee to the midsection and more chops, some headbutts. Kingston hit a flying drop kick. Kingston backed Danielson into the ring for some more chops. Danielson then was fighting back. He knocked Kingston to the floor. Danielson tried to follow with some flying knees. Kingston caught him with a beautiful Saito suplex on the floor. Kingston went back into the ring, and Bryan barely made it back in off of the Saito suplex, made it back into the ring at a 9.5. Kingston in the ring hit another Saito suplex for a near fall. He locked in a stretch submission move. Danielson got to the ropes to break the hold. So Kingston then set Danielson up for a superplex after some hard chops, his chest looking red and red. Bryan broke it up with a headbutt. And Danielson came back with a top rope back suplex. Both guys were down. Danielson made it to his feet. Strikes exchange back and forth. Kingston won the exchange with an enziguri. Danielson came back with a hook kick, some yes kicks to Kingston's chest. Danielson went for the running knee. Kingston dropped down to avoid it. Bryan came back with some elbows and some forearms. Got a Fujiwara armbar on Kingston. Kingston fought out and countered with a beautiful DDT. Both men back up and exchanged strikes once again. Crowd going crazy in Boston. Kingston went for an enziguri. Danielson blocked it. Kingston hit a spinning back fist, which looked brutal. Both guys went down again. Kingston crawled over to Danielson. He crawled right into a triangle choke. Danielson then started to rain elbows down on Kingston while he was locked in the choke. Kingston had no choice but to pass out. And he flipped Danielson off before he actually passed out. Absolutely fantastic opening match. Danielson advances to the final round at Full Gear. He faces the winner of Jon Moxley and Orange Cassidy on Dynamite. And I think we all know that Moxley is going to easily mow down Orange Cassidy. Bryan versus Moxley at Full Gear. Should be a fucking classic, man. I'm here for it. I really am. Tony Schiavone interviewed CM Punk backstage. And this was interrupted by Eddie Kingston screaming about his loss off camera. He knocked the microphone out of Tony Schiavone's hand. And then eventually Kingston got in CM Punk's face. Punk called Kingston unprofessional and asked Kingston if he wanted to go to sleep again. You want to go to sleep again? Because I just saw what Bryan did to you out there. Kingston and Punk had to be separated by Ruby Soho, officials, backstage management. Ruby Soho was somehow standing there. She got involved. This obviously seems to be a setup for CM Punk and Eddie Kingston at Full Gear. Now, I know there'll be a ton of people on social media claiming, oh, JD is a AEW shill. Oh, Jesse is an AEW shill. If this was WWE giving you a 2-week build, they'd be shitting all over it. But this is not WWE. WWE doesn't have the talent like Eddie Kingston and CM Punk possess on the microphone to actually sell a match in 2 weeks and have you actually care about it. I don't give a fuck if this was made on the spot on the Saturday of Full Gear. I don't care. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston probably know each other very well. They probably have a ton of content that they can run through in 2 weeks on 4 shows before we get to Full Gear. The promos by themselves for the next 2 weeks will make this match a must-watch match at Full Gear. You will not get a single fucking complaint out of me about CM Punk and Eddie Kingston in the ring after what we just got Eddie Kingston and Bryan Danielson doing on Rampage. I don't care. If this was WWE, I know it would be half-assed and fucking terrible. They would deserve the criticism it gets. I'm not shitting on this no matter how long the build is. It's CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. There's nothing to fucking complain about. Nothing. Take my money. It's going to be fucking awesome. Dante Martin with Lio Rush defeated Matt Sydal in about 10 minutes. Very good match. Dante Martin is very impressive. Matt Sydal, always good. Always good as Matt Sydal. Martin hit a Gamengiri after being dominated during the picture-in-picture commercial break. Sydal got Martin with a hook kick. Martin was selling. Sydal followed up with a standing moonsault. High sunset flip spot for 2. Martin hit a double foot stomp on the chest. Very Finn Balor-esque. On a standing Sydal for a near fall. Martin went for the top rope, but Sydal caught him with a jumping Rana. Martin was able to get a crucifix for a near fall. Sydal went for a lightning spiral, but Martin flipped through it, landed on his feet, and then he hit a flip stunner on Sydal. Martin then came off the top with a double springboard moonsault, held Sydal down for a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, and Dante Martin gets the victory over Matt Sydal with Lio Rush in his corner cheering him on. I don't really care where any of this is going with Lio Rush. I just want to see Lio Rush in the ring. I want Top Flight to get back together. I think they'll be a lot stronger with his brother, Darius, back in the fold. I think Dante has done a fantastic job by himself to keep the team alive while his brother is absent. And that's pretty much it. I don't really care about where Lio Rush is taking Dante Martin and what Dante Martin is giving to Lio Rush. I don't care. It's not really interesting to me, especially with Matt Sydal. I'm glad these guys are on TV. I'm glad they're getting TV time. Excellent talents. I just don't have any interest in what story they're telling right now. 10-minute match. Very good between the two. And Dante Martin gets the victory over Sydal. Very impressive. Next week's live Rampage. Red Velvet versus The Bunny in the TBS title tournament. John Silver versus Adam Cole, baby. It's going to be an awesome match. Johnny Hungy versus Adam Cole live. I'm here for it, man. And then we go right into the main event. Mark Henry moderated an Abadon and Britt Baker face-to-face. Abadon growled and she spit up some blood. That's the extent of her promo ability. It looks like Abadon doesn't have a comment, says Mark Henry. When does she ever? Britt Baker and her posse, Jamie Hayter and Rebel, were dressed as zombies. And Baker talked about Abadon. Abadon is gone. So what else is there to say? She did her whole spiel that she's going to come and beat Abadon and she's going to take care of Abadon in this trick or treat match. If Abadon beats Britt Baker, she gets a treat. And that is a women's championship match. So we got this match. No disqualification. Trick or treat. Non-title. Started off kind of slow. Turned into a pretty decent no disqualification match. Abadon hit a stunner on Baker early. Baker went to the floor. She tried to get help from Jamie Hayter and Rebel. Abadon hit a senton on Baker, who was under a chair. Abadon wedged a chair in the corner. Baker sent Abadon headfirst into the chair. Not sure if that really had any effect, but Abadon is the living dead girl. How can you hurt what is already dead in Abadon? That's why I'm not really too keen on the gimmick. Hayter and Rebel pulled Abadon out of the ring. Abadon pulled Baker out of the ring. Baker hit a swinging neck breaker on Abadon onto a table, which did not break. I don't know how that's physically possible with both of these women on the table. One of them being Abadon. I don't know. It did not break. Baker tried to suplex Abadon through the table. It didn't break from that either. Abadon ended up no-selling both of these moves. Abadon tossed Baker back in the ring, found a sack of thumbtacks under the ring. Ricky Starks on commentary says, man, I hate those bags. There's nothing ever good in those bags. It's either thumbtacks or Legos. And both of them suck equally. The Legos actually might be worse. Abadon poured the entire sack of tacks onto the mat after a struggle which both men teased, taking bumps on the tacks. Abadon drove Baker into the tacks with a Uranagi. This only got a 2 count for poor Abadon. 2 things about this thumbtack spot. I don't know why Britt Baker needs to take a thumbtack spot in a non-title match against somebody that she's not going to lose to. I feel like it's a wasted spot where this spot could be used somewhere down the line in Britt Baker's title run against somebody a little bit more prominent, like a Britt Baker, like a Ruby Soho, or somebody else that wants to challenge Britt Baker for the Women's Championship. Number 2, Britt Baker has got a set of balls, imaginary, but a set of balls on her, man. She will go out there and do whatever it takes, whatever she has to do to have a great match. Britt Baker is awesome. I love Britt Baker. The division is so much better with her as champion right now than it's ever been in its existence. Britt Baker is doing a fantastic job at the top. Everybody feels better when they're in the ring with Britt. Take note, Charlotte. So the tacks, they were used, and this got a 2 count. Baker came back. She threw a chair at Abadon's face. Baker then wedged Abadon's head into the chair, gave her a curb stomp with the chair on her head, around her neck. Baker went for the glove for the lockjaw. Abadon sat up and no-sold the chair shot. Baker looked very terrified of Abadon at this point. She super kicked Abadon. She then grabbed a handful of tacks, shoved them in Abadon's mouth, super kicked her face with the thumbtacks in her mouth. Baker went for the lockjaw. She hesitated because nobody wants to stick their fingers in the mouth of Abadon. You may not have fingers at the end of it. So Abadon grabbed Baker's hand. She bit Baker's hand. Hater came in. Rebel came in. And they took care of Abadon. Abadon went after Rebel and bit her face, which allowed Baker to roll up Abadon for the 1, 2, 3. Abadon loses. And every time she loses, a soul is released into the spectrum to go fly free. I don't get this Abadon gimmick, man. I really don't. The match was fine. For a Halloween trick-or-treat match, it's better than watching Nakamura and Rick Boogs bobbing for fucking apples with Madcap Moss shoving a fucking jack-o'-lantern over Nakamura's head. It's better than that. But I don't get the Abadon gimmick. I really don't. The Abadon gimmick is not something that appeals to my demographic. You got to be listen, I mean, no disrespect to Vandelli. Well, Vandelli's probably in the chat, probably listening. If he's not in the chat at some point tomorrow. You got to be a sick freak if you enjoy Abadon shtick, man. There's no logic behind the Abadon gimmick. I don't see it. You beat Abadon, the mystique is gone. Abadon doesn't cut a promo. What the fuck is she supposed to do to sell a match? Every time she's in the ring, she's no-selling chair spots and table spots and fucking thumbtacks. And then she wants to lose via a roll-up. How can you beat something or someone when they're an undead zombie? The only way Abadon is going to get into a more priority role on AEW in the women's division is if she somehow humanizes the character. Rosemary on Impact is a perfect example. Perfect example. I don't see how Abadon can find success in the women's division with what she's doing now. It is so out there that it actually may drive people away. Nobody's going to take it serious. Nobody. So why would I sit here and take it seriously, especially in this instance, knowing that Britt Baker is the champion and there's no way possible she's going to lose this match? I don't want anybody to be offended by my take on Abadon because I know Abadon's got some fucking fans out there. But the only reason why Abadon was on TV is because this is the week of Halloween. And Tony Khan thought, hey, we need something Halloween. We don't want to do the fucking stupid WWE shit, the cheesy shit, the terrible cringe-like shit. We'll put Abadon on TV. She's an actual zombie. And we'll make it a hardcore match. Look, people will think that she is dressed up for Halloween. Ha-ha! Only reason why she was on Rampage tonight is because it's Halloween. That is your SmackDown and AEW Rampage post-show. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself. If I made you laugh, if I made you cry, if I said something that you agreed with or even disagreed with, but still like what you hear, hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. We got 764 likes on the channel, on the post show. We're not anywhere near 1,000, guys. I don't know why we are not anywhere close to 1,000. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below. Continue to join the venue. Become members, VIP status here in the venue. You guys get those cool emotes and those badges. Make sure you guys continue to join the OTS family. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. Everything you need is on the homepage. Bonfire.com. Make sure you guys go check out Patreon.com. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206 and Instagram. And go check out my friends over at Geology, man. Geology.com. Link is in the description below. You're going to save 50% off your 30-day free trial. So go check that out and show them some love because they showed me some love right here on the podcast. Get those super chats in, guys. We're going to go over the super chats right now. And we're going to start at the top with the supers tonight. First one coming in from Michelle Moran with a $2 super chat. Seems like Kingston is going heel like Moxley. Could be. Could be. I don't know what they got planned for Eddie Kingston, but I like the new, not really new, but the really intense, I don't give a shit, rough and tough attitude, man. I think it fits both guys. And it is both guys. It really is. Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. JD, just like you, I have a bad feeling about Shotzi Blackheart turning heel. I fell in love with her during the Triple H era of NXT. WWE sucks. Bro, the amount of people that are clueless on Twitter, it boggles my mind, man. Why do I complain? Because I want a better show. Why do I complain? Because I want things to make sense. Why do I complain? I don't want to be treated like a fucking fool. That's why I complain. Tony Brown with a $4.99 super chat. Britt is a legit dime, of course. Bay knows. Wonder how she'd do against Sasha. That'd be one hell of a match, Tony Brown. And I know you'd be in viewer heaven watching Britt and Sasha in the ring do their thing. Munchie Time with a $9.99 super chat. Didn't watch Dynamite tonight. Good, because Dynamite wasn't on. Munchie Time was Rampage. Hopefully it was good, and I'll watch the show and review in the morning while I work. Keep up the great work, JD. Excited to be at Dynamite this coming Wednesday. Awesome, bro. Dynamite should be awesome from Kansas City, Missouri on Wednesday. Theo with a $9.99 super chat. Get Roman a match with Drew in the next couple of months, then set him up with The Rock at WrestleMania. I don't know where Drew's going to fit in, but he ain't beating Roman. I'll tell you that right now. Theo with a $4.99 super chat on top of his $9.99 super chat. Please do your best Roman impression with "It should have been me." Why do we need to talk about Braun Strowman? Nobody wants to hear Braun Strowman's name ever again. Like, who would genuinely be interested with this man's return to pro wrestling? The lotion. The lotion. With a $5 super chat. I still can't super chat on my main. To be honest, I remember the day Hooligrim benched me. I don't know if it has something to do... I don't know if he has something to do with it. It's weird. Francisco, I have no idea, brother. I'm looking into it, man. I am really looking into it. I can't figure it out. I may have to make you a fucking mod, and maybe making you a mod will wipe all that away. No idea. $4.99 by Ali. Hey, JD, my friend, it's been a minute. All I gotta say is AEW Rampage was very entertaining. More so than Friday Night SmackDown. It usually is. It usually is. John Michael Channer with a $4.99 super chat. So glad I drove 4 hours to and from Boston on Wednesday for AEW. What a spectacle it was. Holy shit. Lost my voice numerous times. OTS for life. AEW. says John Michael Channer. Thank you, brother. AEW always puts on a very good show, man, live. Excellent live experience. Jedi Punk with a $5 super chat. What the fuck is an Abadon? Even the dentist, Dr. Britt Baker, didn't even want to put her hand in that mouth. Happy Halloween, OTS Nation. Jesse, listen, just make sure the ice bins are filled and the tips of those spouts for the high-end alcohol behind the bar are clean. I don't want any fruit flies, bro. Okay? Don't tell me what to fucking do in my bar. We're gonna have a problem. I may have to go get Vandelli to go get Abadon on you. You don't want that. Thank you, Jedi Punk. Philip Newton with a $9.99 super chat. Vince and his real stooges screwed up by letting go of Ronda. Or Rotunda. I don't know why I see Ronda. I'm fucking tired. Rotunda. WWE screwed WWE. WWE's going to destroy itself if they keep going towards this downward spiral of sports entertainment. They don't fucking care, man. The fuck do they care? As long as they're making those billions, bro, they don't care. Trevor Kenny with a $4.99 super chat. Why is a 15-minute Bryan versus Kingston match better than 3 hours of Raw and 2 hours of SmackDown? And hashtag Braves in 6, hashtag You the Man JD, hashtag New Era My Ass, hashtag AEW over WWE. It's typically the theme on a Friday night, man. We get more wrestling in one match than we usually do on a whole 2-hour episode of SmackDown. It's great. And that match was awesome tonight. Best match of the week by far. $4.99, Matthew Malnar with a $4.99 super chat. Had a few too many cold ones myself. Always love the show. Keep up the good work, JD. OTS for life. Thank you, Matthew. Marcus Gunn with a $5 super chat. Can't wait for Punk versus Kingston at Full Gear. And the Braves got 2 more wins, JD. It's going to be tough, but they got this. I hope so, man. Tonight was a nail-biter of a game. Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. The casual WWE audience are geeks and will make any excuse for the booking of Bruce and Vince. It's amazing, man. It's amazing how many gatekeepers there are on Twitter for WWE. How many apologists and elitists there are for WWE. It's almost like Vince and Bruce are paying them. They may actually be employed by the company. Who the fuck knows? They may be under troll accounts. No idea. They're a bunch of blithering idiots. And I don't give a fuck what they say. Because I'm doing my shit here. Jesus with a $4.99 super chat. Guess Tony Khan is going as Bruce Pritchard for Halloween this year. For booking the Contenders match tonight. Still enjoyed Rampage. Haha. Let me find out that Tony Khan's going as Bruce Pritchard to the company Halloween party, man. Oh my goodness. Somebody get pictures of that, bro. P-Mac with a $5 super chat. Watching an old episode of King of Queens, Season 6, Episode 22. Spence's ex-girlfriend is marrying a guy named Scott. Last name Von Wagner. So there you go. Bro, let me find... Let me find this. Hold on. Hold on.
It places the lotion in the basket.
I want to see my mommy. Please, no. I want to see my... I want to see my...
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!
Oh, man. Gotta love that Buffalo Bill, man. You gotta love that Von Wagner. Man, I was never a fan of that King of Queens show, man. Not really my type of thing. Anyway, P-Mac, thank you, brother. Philip Newton with a $4.99 super chat. Bravo, Vince. Bravo for pulling the race card in 2021. The more I see Nakamura on WWE TV, the more I ask, when is his contract up so I can see him in AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling? Not happening. Nakamura is very content with his life, bro. The match with the Dark Order and the Elite was actually funny. It wasn't forced down my throat like BS WWE does. Thank you, Philip. Metalhead for Life with 2 super chats, a $4.99 and a $2.99. Thank you, brother. Trey Van Gerrick with a $4.99 super chat. Really don't know how many names. Oh, I don't really know how you can sign a Tony Nese while Jonah Rock is still out there, let alone Wyndham. Bro, I think you spelled Wyndham like the Wyndham Hotels. Wyndham is spelled Ham, I believe. Windham. Or maybe he ends up spelling his name that way. I have no idea. Yes, but I agree. Bronson Reed is still out there, and it's a fucking shame that he's still a free agent. Buddha with a $4.99 super chat. Make a shirt of the Last Supper, but use Titus as Jesus and other catering bums as disciples. Bro, that would be a fantastic design. I may have to get somebody on that. Man. Tribal Chief with a Canadian $5 super chat. I have a feeling that the Dark Order will screw Hangman with Wyndham debuting. Revolution might be Punk versus Moxley, Bryan versus Omega, Page versus Wyndham. No. Maybe. I have no idea. Why would Wyndham go right after Page? I don't understand that. Bryan Omega, I can see. I think we get Page versus MJF. Jedi Punk with a $2 super chat. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston. Take my money, TK. Absolutely. Jimmy Fingers with a $50.19 super chat. JD, I was at the Rampage taping and people did leave and just moved up closer after TK came out and revved them up. Crowd was tired but still engaged for Bryan versus Kingston. Crowd got lighter for Dante versus Sydal and then packed back up for the main event. Thank you for confirming that for us, Jimmy Fingers. I appreciate you, bro. Good old TK being the hype man for AEW. You gotta love it. Thank you, brother, for the $50.19 super chat. The Undertaker with a $2 super chat. I'm trick or treating as Crow Sting. And you're quite tall to be emulating Sting, bro. Speaking of The Undertaker, I watched that New Day Undertaker Netflix thing that they did. The interactive thing. Fucking lame. Really fucking... I love the way it was shot. I just think it was lame. It wasn't as interactive as I expected it to be. And the choices were lame. I don't know if you guys saw it, but 30 minutes of a waste of time. Jesus Soldana with a $5 super chat. WWE petty enough to have started that rumor of many people leaving Rampage on Reddit. Well, we just got Jimmy Fingers, who was there, claiming that it was actually something that happened. Oz Glorious with a $5 super chat. Can we get a Jinder Mahal? WWE sucks. AEW for life. Love the stream. Thank you, Oz. Scorpio 1117 with a $2 super chat. Do a Dr. Brittany Baker, we didn't want to sign her to a WWE contract. She didn't want to take care of my teeth, man. She said they were too enlarged for her liking. Thank you, Scorpio. The Lotion with a $5 super chat. Maybe that will work. Anyways, I'm excited to have 3 tickets for Full Gear. I got excited for a possible Kingston vs. Punk match. Thanks, JD. You are the GOAT. Thank you, Francisco. Love you, brother. Hollywood Guy with a $5 super chat. Abadon will be great in Impact. She can mingle with Su Yung and Rosemary. Get her out of here. Abadon and the gimmick, the shtick, the character, the sci-fi-ness to it doesn't appeal to me. Doesn't appeal to me, man. I hope Cassidy wins. Fuck the haters. Guns Monkey 22. You're going to be fucking the haters, man. Cassidy ain't beating Moxley. Sorry to tell you. We're not going into a major pay-per-view with Orange Cassidy versus Bryan Danielson while we leave Jon Moxley off the card, bro. Come on. Listen, guys, that's about it for me. I am about to get the hell out of here. I appreciate you all stopping by, man. Hit that thumbs up. We got literally 150 likes to go. Can we get 150 likes before we get out of here so that we can get to 1,000? Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, continue to hit the join button, join the VIP room. VIP status is a great thing here on Off the Script. Remember, programming note tomorrow, Off the Script, episode 395. We'll be live tomorrow at 5 p.m. sharp. It'll be uploaded for all VIP members who join the channel. Early tomorrow morning. Maybe this morning if I can make a thumbnail and find a good thumbnail. It may be live this morning. So make sure you guys go and check that out tomorrow. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. Twitter and Instagram, The Lotion. $2 super chat late. Bronson Reed can't travel to USA still. He said, I didn't know he was back in Australia. Patreon, Bonfire, social media. You guys know the deal, man. And go check out Geology. Link is down below. Save 50% off your 30-day free trial. Guys, I'm about to get out of here. Thank you for all the super chats. I'll see you tomorrow on Off the Script, episode 395. But before I do that and before I get in the Mustang, I need 2 things from you guys. Number 1, I need those guitar emojis. And if you got them, those Mustang emojis in the chat. And when that guitar solo comes on and you hear the sounds of Pilot, I need that music on max. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And I'll see you guys back live on Monday for Monday Night Raw. I'll see you guys later. I don't have my outro. Oh, man.
Places the lotion in the basket.
I want to see my mommy. Please, no. I want to see my
Put the fucking lotion in the basket!